Hey guys, Randy here with P&A for Cosplay, bringing you my first how to build video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a PVC sword. And what you see here is a PVC sword that has three different parts on it. One is a 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. The other one is a 1 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. And the other one is a 1 inch Schedule 21 PVC pipe or a 1 inch 1120 SDR 21 200 PSI PVC pipe. I'm trying to figure out what the name is, but I believe that's what it's called. Just go with basically here, let me get over to the camera. Basically this pipe that you see if I can get it in the camera. Too close. This pipe that you see is thinner than the Schedule 40 PVC pipe. They're both 1 inch, but this one's thinner. So it's important that you have all three of these pieces. So yeah, I'm not going to be teaching you guys how to build the katana. I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how to build a kodachi. A little bit smaller, but still just as cool. So the parts that you guys are going to need are, to build this, is some sort of tin foil, heat gun, you see here, you have three different sizes of pipe, like I said, a 1 inch Schedule 40, a 1 inch Schedule 21, and a 1 inch, a 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. Those are the three types of pipe you're going to need. And you're also going to need either your choice of a 1 inch end cap or, see if I can find it here, epoxy sculpt clay. This type of stuff is an A and B type of clay. Basically, you're taking both different types of clay and mashing them together, but you have to have the right size of the right amounts of clay. Otherwise, if you have one, more of one than the other, then you're going to have problems. You're also going to need a pair of pliers or a C-clamp and a knife to cut the plastic. It's actually a metal cutting blade, and I got this at Home Depot, and it helps really well with cutting plastic. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, before I forget, the clay, the epoxy sculpt clay, is just something you can use for an end cap to make it look more, is that even in there? Yeah, make it look more realistic. And you see I have it on the other side as well. This was the prototype that I was working on. But something to make it look more realistic, sorry. Yeah. Getting tongue-tied here. So let's just get all this stuff out of the way and let's start building. Like I said, use some sort of foil. It helps to bounce the heat back onto the plastic, or to the plastic. And or you can use aluminum duct tape, which is what I got on this board right here. I got 3 strips of it, just like duct tape, except the only difference is it has aluminum on it instead of regular sticky plastic type duct tape. Okay, so we need this, and we need these 3 things. And one more thing before I forget, if you want to put a guard on there for your, right above the handle, right on top of your hand, if you want to put a guard there, I'm going to explain how to use, or how to put this on after you build the sword part, because it's really important to know how to do it. Otherwise, you'll be having these big, huge cuts and shit, and that's not really what you want. So, let's get right into building the sword. Okay, one more thing. Make sure you guys have gloves, eye protection, and a respirator. Those are the three things. You need the gloves because of the plastic gets really hot. You need the respirator because you'll be breathing fumes that you don't want to breathe. And you will need a pair of eyewear because the fumes mixed in with the hot air will rise into your eyes, and then you have irritated eyes for about 3 days. Believe me, I have done that. It was not good. It was nasty. And I wish I had eyewear on. But enough of that, let's get right into it. Okay, so first thing we're going to heat up is the plastic sword part. And usually these things won't take too long. Sometimes they take a while. They usually do not. So all we're doing is just going back and forth like this all the time. And if you want to stand this on its end like this and then shoot through the hole, you can do that, and the aluminum here will bounce the heat back up from the bottom and shoot it right back up the tube. So I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. If you guys want to fast forward through this section, go right ahead up to the point where I'm showing you guys how to press it and all that. I want to make sure that you guys have a good press though. That's very important. It has to be flat. Otherwise you're not going to have a really good sword. I'm going to heat this up a little faster. And guys, I'm not using a respirator, guys, so you can hear me. But it's very important to use a respirator. You're probably seeing steam coming around my mouth. That's not something you want. You're breathing in plastic fumes, and it's not good. Yeah, I'm kind of acting stupid, but I'm trying to explain to you guys how this works, so you guys can have something really, really cool for your cosplay convention, or just like a Halloween costume or whatever the purpose is. So you just want something cool. That's up to you. And the other side here. Just keep heating this up. Eventually it'll come to the point where it's going to be all flexible and everything. And then you'll have a perfect sword to mess around with. I think I'm going to stand it on its end and shoot through the top. You won't be able to see it, but that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And then I reflect all that heat and bounce it back up. So that it gets a lot hotter, much quicker. So you guys won't be having to watch this video for 2 hours. That's usually how long it takes to make one of these swords anyway. Just because you want to make sure you do it really well. And guys, don't worry about if you burn the end. If you burn the end, that's just the part you're going to cover with the handle anyway. And the other part, the other end you might burn as well, will be cut off because that's the tip of the blade. And that's what the pliers are for, the C-clamp. You're going to heat that end back up after this has all been flattened out. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, so. One step at a time. Okay. This is actually starting to get flexible. Once it reaches its peak of flexibility, then we are going to shape it a little, flatten it out, and then we'll work on the next part. But this shouldn't take too long, guys. I'm going to work as fast as I can to get this done. Okay, it's actually getting there. You see how it's being how it's all flexible like that? That is actually what we want. And if you can see, I don't know if you can, I'm pressing down on it and it's actually flexing as well. That's actually a really good sign. That means it's ready to be pressed down and all that good stuff. I'm going to give it one more heat and then press it down. Oh, sorry, one more minute of heat and then press it down. Yeah, one more heat. What the heck does that mean? Okay, so almost there. Once it gets hot enough, press it down, and yeah. All right, we're about there. Probably won't be able to see me pressing it down very well, but I'm going to shape it now to the shape that I want. I want it to be bent just a little bit. Now I'm going to take my press. And press it the heck out of it. I'm going to make sure that my press is lining up properly. It's bad enough I'm on this piece of plastic, so I have a feeling like this plastic is going to break on me. But what you're going to do is if you are using a piece of wood, you can use a 2x4 or some sort of press thingy you designed yourself. Just make sure you have something that is really flat to make the sword perfectly flat. Otherwise, the sword will be really bent and everything, and it just won't look proper. Won't look like an actual sword. But heating this up and then shaping it and then bending it, that is all something you have to do really, really fast. Otherwise, if you do it really slow, it'll cool down. Also, when you press it, after you shape it, when you press it, you have to wait here for about a couple minutes, which is the suck part, but it will cool down pretty fast. And once that happens, once it's cooled down, then you can let up. You'll be able to tell when it cools down. Okay, so see, it's still kind of flexible. We're just gonna push this side down now. Just for a little bit, and then we'll work on the handle part next. Okay, so this part is done. See if you guys can see that. This part is done. It actually looks nice and curved. Pretty awesome. Let's see if I can get it better in the camera. And it's thin enough too. Okay. Alright. So we're going to set this one probably down here for now. We'll go back to that one a little bit. Just get away from my heat gun so it doesn't heat it back up. Okay. So this is probably going to be part 1 of 3, guys. So go to the next video to watch the second, second one, how to build the handle part. It'll all be the same. It'll just be how to build a PVC sword, part 1 of 3. So go to the second one, and we'll be talking about the handle.